It's a venue in a city that's seen more NFL history than just about anyone else. Welcome to Lambeau Field in the heart of Green Bay. Blake Grupe out and ready to send this away. And here we go from Lambeau. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Offense to the line for second down. Back to throw. This one caught by C.D. Lamb.
Now here's a spot where the timing's got to be absolutely perfect between the quarterback and the receiver. That throw is made before that receiver's ever thinking of coming out of his cut. Too early, it's incomplete. Too late, and it's headed the other way.
From the gun, Shipley gets it. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10, a run to Mixon. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 48. He puts everything behind this one. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Kickoff taken at the 13. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. East half. Yard line. They've got first down from the 31.
Ready. 70 Lion. 18 Rattler.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, He's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Here we go.
He'll throw it. Taken in by Smith. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Set. Seven Pirates. Big Lion. Ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Here we go. Set.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
He's got it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Has the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers finish off their opening drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now begin with a run by Mixon. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. On the ground again with Mixon. He's contained at the line for no gain. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10 now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back now, pressure on its way. That's going to be cut by Shipley. It's a gain of 29 yards. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On the option, here's Mixon. In the middle holes, they don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Throwing from the gun. This one's caught. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got 1st down from the 31. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Now he takes it. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Brought down by Charles Omenihu on the play.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Reed will go in motion right. 3rd and long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. This one intended for the running back. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be Texans football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. 19-18.
They'll come out throwing. That throw behind his intended target. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And it sets up 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Let's go now.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Schultz with the catch. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
That one's out and cut on the right side. Oh, this big guy is moving. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Welcome back. Time for our 2nd quarter. The Texans with a chance to score.
19 tight. 19 tight.
They go play action on 1st. And in for the Houston touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Bass on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans make it a 10-point ball game. Bass now to kick this away. Has this at the 6. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got 1st down from the 31.
Go, Reed. Go. Go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here's 2nd and 7. Into the hands of Romeo Doubs. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. They're throwing it. Chased out to his right. He's keeping it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Ready, ready. 19 Lions.
They motion the slot man right.
Go.
Throwing now on 1st down. Escapes the pocket. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Tag.
Back to throw now. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Bernard. And the Texans are going to have it after his second interception of the season. And just like that, a very run-focused drive comes to an end that time with an interception.
You know, a lot of times, Kate, when you're finding success running it on a drive, it's because the defense is just waiting for you to throw it. And that's where they're prepared at the time. Sure enough, it's not a rush that dooms them, but a pass and an interception.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Out of the gun, it gives to Shipley. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Pass play coming here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively. But listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. They'll try and throw it here. Pass caught by Mixon. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this one hits first at the 3 before continuing on into the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Cougar 19, Panther 11, Panther 11. Let's go.
Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
Let's go now.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Mustang 19. Come on, set. 7 Pirates.
They'll throw it. Taking his shot. Deep down the field it goes. And he's there to send that one away. Incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Dragon 60. Shut up.
A give now from the gun. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. The Packers send out their punting unit. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
On the give, here's Shipley. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Second and 13. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he's tackled for a short gain.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? He'll look to throw. Gets everything he has under this throw. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball. Incomplete. Couldn't connect to a Tank Dell. So that brings up 4th and long. Punter on now, and he gets into this one. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. From the 29. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Man in motion here. Quick pass, right side, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st down, ball at the 36.
Let's go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. And it's the Packers. With it, 1st and 10.
Ready, break. Let's go now. Ready.
Still sticking with the passing game. Hauled in by Musgrave. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers make it a 1-score game before halftime. Marshawn Lloyd with the touchdown. Quite the throw from him on that play, Brock. Gotta say, he looked like he'd make quite the emergency quarterback for this squad if the need ever arises, huh?
And Kate, I know how this plays out, all right? They worked on it all week. He showed out during the practice week on the practice field, and now he just showed out when it really mattered, and everybody's going to hear about it, and they don't mind.
Out to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit. Here's a throw. Dump off caught by his back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. The Packers take their 1st time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All right, here we go. 2nd down. He's going to throw this one. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? Man, they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme 6.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers take a 4-point lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Running back sent in motion. Searches from the pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down. It'll be another punt. Jack Fox out there once again. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And the fair catch secure here at the 16. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll have a chance to run one play before time expires. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Set.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. That one on the offense, but declined, so we will indeed head to halftime. And on to Orlando for our halftime report from Jonathan Coachman. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Curve 19, curve 19. 19 tight, 19 tight. Hup.
Back to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Ready.
Taken in by Dobbs. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Short side option here. He's running left. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Ready, ready.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
Dropping back to throw. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And a 4-point lead, it shall remain.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it sets up a Houston first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And he gets him around 6 there. Javon Fuller bringing that play to an end. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
It's mixed in on 2nd down. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, it did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Throw on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. The intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. So they're left facing a 4th down. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. This is ahead for about 5. Christian Harris on the stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Ready up. Ready.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to the well again. And that's good for a gain of 5. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd and less than a yard.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. He'll try to do it himself. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the first down.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Check smash, check smash. Ready.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
Let's go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Quick slant taken in by Dobbs. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it'll be first down, Packers.
Let's go now.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Looking right, and he finds him. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Come on, come on.
That's complete to Musgrave. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. We've got whistles after the plays. We have somebody shaken up, and that's Luke Musgrave in need of some attention out there. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. Wrong time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this first and goal. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He brings it in. 6. It's second and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers grow the lead to 7. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. First and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. He's trying to push the field. They connect on the deep shot. And he's able to get this down to the 36. How about a big hitter? 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play.
Here we go. Go.
Left side into the hands of Dell. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All right, set now, first and 10. A give to Mixon up the middle. And they take him down, but he's able to get this inside the red zone. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up second and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
From the 17. Has his man, it's Mixon. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. He is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
They'll throw on third and long. Into double coverage. Ooh, don't want to do that, and he's there for the interception. Edgerrin Cooper takes it away. A nice takeaway to end that third quarter, and they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the fourth. The Packers with it. They have the lead late, but this game is close. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
A strong 9-yard effort there, Brock, and it brings up 3rd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Down, 1 yard to go. Motioning one of the tight ends. That one's out and caught on the right side. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Begin with a run by Mixon. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Now looking to throw. Connection made to Dell. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Hey, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Throwing on 2nd and 13. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Keeping it with Mixon. And they bring him down quickly, but he does have it across the 40. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. That's caught for the 1st. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play. just like that.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
Here we go, set.
Working inside the red zone. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. Looking for the back that time. It's 2nd and goal.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
To throw again on 2nd and 10. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give him a couple yards on that run, and this sets up 4th and goal.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Here we go, 4th and goal inside the 1.
Let's go.
Running for it, Mixon. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. He can't find the end zone. They stop him, and they'll still trail as they turn it over on downs. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Hand off to the back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Head to 60. Come on, set. Get up.
Throwing from his own end zone. Complete on a slant to Watson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. They give it to him again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
QB sneak coming. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Packers up by 8. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Still working past the 40. And he gets it forward all the way to the 44. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be first down, Packers. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Ball on the 45, first and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So this is a Packers win. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.